Studio after a wild finish in Minnesota between the Timberwolves and the Nuggets. But D. Lloyd, a star was born in the 6-1-2.
Sure was. Ayo Dosunmu. This game had so much. There's so much going on in this game.
Lots to unpack here.
Dive right in. An epic game between the Nuggets and Timberwolves, with Minnesota coming in leading the series 2-1. Aaron Gordon would return to the lineup in this one, but it's a war of attrition, and the Timberwolves would lose a couple guys. DiVincenzo, watch him here, goes after the ball, plants that right foot, and immediately grabs at the Achilles. You see it there, the ripple, the telltale ripple in the sock. Terrible to see. It is an Achilles tear. That's been confirmed for DiVincenzo. His season is over. And then a little bit later, Anthony Edwards missing on the layup. Tim Hardaway Jr. to Jamal Murray on the break. Nuggets up 3 at that point, late first. Cam Johnson driving. Edwards challenges, comes down hard and awkwardly. And this looked gruesome as well. The left knee.
Oh my goodness, so hard to watch.
Ant leaves, ruled out for the rest of the game. No further word on the severity of that injury. Timberwolves down 4 at the half. The Wolves starting backcourt out. Enter Ayo Dosunmu, who just had one of those magical nights. Jokic, the turnover. Julius Randle on the break. It's a party in Minnesota. Timberwolves up 4 at the end of 3, and they totally flipped this game. Fourth quarter. That smothering Timberwolves defense forces the turnover. Dosunmu, the bunny at the other end. That's 30 for Ayo coming off the bench. Timberwolves up by 8. And then one more time, Dosunmu, the floater off the window. Didn't just have a playoff career high, but the biggest point total of his entire NBA career. How about the 3, which for all intents and purposes ended this one, put Minnesota up by 12. One more. Dosunmu comes off the bench to score 43 points in 42 minutes. He's the star. And then ugliness at the end. The Nuggets have basically stopped playing. Jaden McDaniels breaks an unwritten rule and cashes in at the other end. And Jokic is furious, comes right down and shoves him. Those two square off. And then guys coming off that Nuggets bench. You heard it on the telecast. The NBA, the league's going to have to adjudicate this, see if suspensions are in order. Timberwolves win game 4, 3-1 to take the series lead there as the series now swings back to Denver. Take a look at the Timberwolves and what they've done without Anthony Edwards. Left the game tonight 9-2 against teams that missed the playoffs without Edwards. 3-7 against teams that made the playoffs, but they certainly played well tonight. No Edwards, no DiVincenzo for the balance of this game, and Minnesota with a convincing win nonetheless.
For more, I'm joined by ESPN NBA analyst Chiney Ogwumike. Chiney, despite 2 enormous injuries to the Timberwolves starting backcourt, of course, the hyperextension to Ant's knee and the Achilles injury to DiVincenzo, the T-Wolves still beat the Nuggets thanks to an heroic performance by Ayo Dosunmu. What do you make of what we saw from Ayo and the Timberwolves?
So just as the game was winding down, I was like, oh, it's over. And then, no, we had the little bit of a scuffle at the end. Are you not entertained? This is playoff basketball at the highest level. And the last thing that we want are injuries and suspensions affecting the talent on the floor. But let's not miss the main story here, which is Ayo Dosunmu just really rising up, understanding that when you're down, you're all everything player. In Anthony Edwards, it can motivate your team. It can galvanize your squad. And I've noticed over the course of this playoffs, this team has taken on his personality on both ends of the floor. How remarkable for Ayo to have 43 points. He shot 13 for 17 from the field, 5 for 5 from 3. Perfect from the free throw line, 12 for 12. In the playoffs, it's a series, it's a chess match, it's not checkers, and you always need an element of surprise in order to win a series. He was that element of surprise, but we shouldn't have been, because if you look at his numbers, he's had big games in this series, and so to see him step up in this stage, especially when a number of their stars have gone down, it was honestly inspiring. It was full of heart. They played like that on both ends of the floor. I mean, their bench, Naz Reid, gave them 17 points as well. every player for the Timberwolves is giving their all on all possessions. To me, it was great basketball. I hope the suspensions don't hamper what can happen moving forward. And we wish those Timberwolves stars also health as well.
Right, because as you mentioned, such an inspiring performance by the Timberwolves, who are now up 3-1 over the Nuggets. But, you know, the possibility of suspensions and injuries impacting who's on the court for Game 5. We know DiVincenzo will be out for the foreseeable future with that Achilles. We don't yet know how severe that knee injury was for Anthony.
You know, we're able to find our offensive rhythm. I mean, Ayo was just out of this world, man, and just play after play after play, and we really had a team effort. I mean, everybody chipped in. You know, whether Mike, you know, played whatever he played 20 minutes. You know, even Kyle's minutes. TJ hits a three, and that's what you need, man. I'm just really proud of these guys. Can't say it enough, man.
What are you learning about Ayo just as a competitor, as just a will-to-win guy that, you know, delivers the way that he was able
He's a
to
gamer. I mean, he's really a gamer. Like, he just has met the moment since he's gotten here. You know, the beginning of the series, you know, you could see him trying to feel his way through it. You know, obviously Game 3, his aggressiveness came out, and he just kept with it. And you know, goes places quick. Unbelievable finisher, makes big shots, not afraid. You know, so just was going to ride him until, you know, he collapsed, really. So,
Chris, you said kind of get to halftime and regroup. What was it like at halftime, and kind of what was the collective mood throughout the second half as you saw?
Yeah, I think the mood was, you know, obviously a little somber, just with, you know, the out. But the film was good. Super pointed. You know, we needed to know what we needed to get back to doing, and you know, they were playing really well. You know, they came out here sharp. They made a couple good adjustments, and we had to adjust to that. So, all credit to ET and Pablo and those guys for really kind of sorting out the game plan as we went through it.
What do you know on Edwards?
All right, let's move on to Knicks Hawks earlier today in Atlanta. Knicks down 2-1 in the series. They needed something, and they would get it from all of their guys. Karl Anthony Towns drives, finds Jalen Brunson over there in the corner. Knicks with the early lead. Hawks come right back. They swing it around. Nickeil Alexander-Walker, other corner, Hawks up 14-13. Then Brunson going to take Alexander-Walker up and over. Nifty. Knicks up 7 after 1. Quarter 2 now. Cat gets it outside, puts it on the floor. Oh, he held on to that pivot foot, I think. Sort of. Tough bucket there. And then OG Anunoby really had a nice game. Step back three, splash. Knicks up 14 at the half. Been playing some tight games and losing against Atlanta, but not on this day. Although trouble here, Brunson gets caught in the double team and rolls his ankle. You see it again right there, that right foot, rolled it on Josh Hart's foot. So he leaves for a bit, goes back to the locker room. And then the Hawks trying to make a run. Jose Alvarado, though. Grand Theft Alvarado with the pick. And then Cat to OG. It's all working for the Knicks. Less than a minute later, Towns to Alvarado, who was money from outside. Knocked down 4 of those. Knicks up by 13. And then here comes Brunson back on the floor. And he hands it off to Cat, who steps into his three. Knicks up 21 after 3. They had that look. Fourth quarter.